1 week, 1 album. This time around we're going for Abbey Road by the Beatles, recorded in 1969 and regarded as to be one of their best albums ever made. The rules are simple. I'm only allowed to listen to 1 album for the week, and I listen to quite a lot of music on my spare time, so I'm making it a bit of a challenge for myself. Not only picking songs that I like, but trying to listen to the entire album. So, the Beatles. Maybe a band that don't really require an introduction. Said by some to be the most influential band or rock group of all time. And the first real rock stars ever made. Maybe after Elvis Presley, who was maybe the first international rock star, the Beatles are the first international rock group. And they have made quite different types of albums over the years, but this one is the latest one that they recorded shortly before they break up in 1970. Officially, Let It Be album was released after this one, but was recorded before it. So this is the officially last one before their breakup. Abbey Road. I think it stands to say that it is the coolest album cover of all time. Being recreated throughout popular culture many times and times again because of its iconic nature. Not without some controversies though, because Paul McCartney is not wearing any shoes on the cover, so that sparked an entire conspiracy theory saying that he might have been dead when they recorded it. Although I'm not really seeing the connection there, there was a big controversy about it at the time. Also, we have Mystery Man in the background here. We have later found out to be Paul Cole, an American tourist who was just walking around Abbey Road and seeing 4 men walking back and forth around the zebra crossing and wondering what was going on, and he was accidentally captured on the cover and also becoming famous because of it. So that's that. The album was a major success, selling 12-time platinum, 31 million copies, and winning a Grammy Award for Best Recorded Album in 1969, and also being inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1995. So, Abbey Road. I had a really good time listening to this album for this week. There are some really nice songs on it, but also a few comical ones, and in keeping of the spirit of Beatles, quite some weird songs as well. So the songs that I really like are in this order. There are Something, said to be the greatest love song ever. Here Comes the Sun, the most popular Beatles song ever, both recorded and written mainly by George Harrison, who before this did not have a lot of creative input because it was a bit overshadowed by Lennon and McCartney. But this is his revenge, so to speak. And this album really, I would say that this album really revolves around these 2 songs. And without question, they are the best 2 songs on the album. Coming in shortly after that is Come Together, written by John Lennon. And we have also number 4 on my list is Because, written by John Lennon and quite possibly having the greatest vocal harmonies ever in a Beatles song. And some really wordplay lyrics to it. And number 5, a new song for me that I've not listened to a lot before is I Want You, So Heavy. A song so heavy that it actually has the words heavy in the title. And it lives up to that, being a really heavy and dark riff being played throughout the song. And the first time maybe that really having this type of hard, dark melody in a pop song by a pop rock band to be this commercially successful, maybe paving the way for having bands coming after this to be successful, like maybe Led Zeppelin and so forth. The Beatles famously being Lennon and McCartney writing the most of the songs before this, for the first time also having George Harrison contributing a lot to the songs here. When you listen to the album, you can't really tell that the band is breaking apart. There's just two big creative forces packed into one to contain itself. They're going a bit of different creative directions, and there's also been quite a tension between the members here. Some say maybe it's related to John Lennon having a problematic drug use at the time, and also maybe because of Yoko Ono is somewhat disturbing the band here, following John Lennon most of the time. And who can blame the others? Who brings their wife to a recording session for their band? In this time, John Lennon did, and I guess that created a bit of a tension as well. George Harrison is starting to realize that he has his own potential of writing songs, and Paul McCartney is heading for quite a different direction in his writing than Lennon. So shortly after this album is released, the band is breaking up. Firstly, they are unofficially breaking up in 1969, the same year as this album is released, but later, officially in 1970, they have their official breakup. So those were some of the songs that I really like. Some of the songs that I really maybe don't understand is Paul McCartney's Maxwell Silver Hammer, being about a murderous medical student, and also Sun King being a very psychedelic slow song that I don't really understand, and having sort of a weird Spanish lyrics at the end of it. But Paul also do contribute to quite some nice songs on it, namely being Oh Darling and Golden Slumbers, which both give me goosebumps when listening to it. Both songs maybe quite possibly having the best singing of Paul McCartney ever on it. And also it's Ringo time. Besides Yellow Submarine, this is his second most famous song, Octopus's Garden, also being quite a strange, childish song, but showing the band that he also can create and write music like the others. Maybe not in the same league, but still, it's quite a nice song. And it's definitely better than some of the other songs on it. So summarizing, it was a really nice time listening to it, and I discovered some new songs, namely being I Want You, So Heavy, being a really cool and heavy song for a band that's usually more famous for being a bit more psychedelic or pop style music. But listening to it's a really good time. There's some really, really good songs on it. It's just a shame that they break up after the album, but all things do come to an end. So summarizing it, it was a really nice album, and it kind of created a bit of a spark for my love for the Beatles again, being quite some time since I listened to it before. All right, so leave a comment down below and share your thoughts. What do you think about the album? Is it the best Beatles album ever? And also, what album should I listen to next week? Let me know, and I'll see you around.